So good afternoon, Monsignor Lua. So Senator, I know according to what I saw you guys drop on the book, it was mostly on patterns, mostly on mirrors, mostly on assembly, not like that. Although yeah, drawing view. So some we'll touch this one last. You guys were modeling based on patterns and mirror. So I'm sure that by now you should have done at least possibly assembly. Although there's no mean step by step. Ooh, I'll be sharing this slide to the group after the class. So as I said, the slide is just what you are going to be doing in class. And main modeling that we did, that we're going to be doing now. So now let me just, for the sake of the video, I'll be starting with, no solid blocks. I'll be starting with your, also if I remember, you also talked on lesson. You had an issue with a component and assembly. All those ones. So I'm opening my solid work, so I'm coming. So we're going to be starting with linear patterns today. So we start by creating a new part. So as I said, we're not going to be wasting time. We're going to be doing, we're going to be touching almost everything that we're going to see here. Talk too much. Yeah, if you have any questions, you can just raise your hand or just use the mic. Thank you. So we're going to be doing some circular pattern on this. We can start with linear pattern. Does not mean let's do this first. So and also when it comes to linear patterning or circular patterning, especially for linear pattern, there must be at least a vertical or a the pattern. Yes, let me use that word. It must be a vertical or a horizontal reference to direct the pattern. Mm, What is used to do that? So this is vertical. Okay. So as you know, this axis means it is that, but we want to make it linear across the vertical axis. So let me just choose this line. Yes. Let's say um let me fix the pattern. Give it a space of 30. So small 6. So and I also noticed that I don't know. She normally there are ways to go about it. Yes, you can actually just create your sketch, and somebody does drawing. Let me check. You can actually create. Okay, yeah, yeah, yeah. So as I was saying now, did did his in a way that he created the sketch and he like the sketch without the feature, without the context, created the sketch and uh, at once. So you can also do it that way. Also, you can also just do the context shoot your context shoot once and you can pattern it, meaning your linear or your vertical pattern actually applies to the features and also applies to the sketch. So there are just ways to go about it. Let me just show what I'm talking about. I'm sure people understand, but for the small, okay. So linear sketch, yes. Y axis that is vertical. Since there is no line for horizontal, which is the x axis. Roughly four. Eh, four. Mm, let's see. Roughly, uh, So after I was saying now, just to explain better now, you can just create your feature once, and you can linear pattern the feature, or you can create your sketch first, then you just extrude it once. So that's what I was trying. You can that there are many ways to do things instead of just doing it one way. So I see now it still gives the same output. So I'm sure you guys would have done circular pattern. Yes, it should not be hard for you guys. So let me just delete this one. I don't want to waste time. I want to like delete this one, okay, delete this one. Yes, this one. So now let's go to circular pattern for on features. I'm sure that if it's based on sketches, like when I mean based on sketches now, so you can create a circular feature. But let's say I don't know if you guys have actually tried if you guys have actually tried applying a circular feature, a circular tool on a so now these are our cut extrude. You click on it, you click on let's go to circular pattern. Okay, so you're told to choose your direction. And so let's choose this edge here. So here they put 40. So control A, highlight it. Let's say it's 8, 8. So 8. I have one, two. Let me try and increase number to 10. The 10 is still okay. So I'm just showing you guys how I put it now. So let's move on to the next mirror feature. I'm sure you guys know how to apply mirror feature. That should not be hard for you guys. Especially when it comes to okay, okay, yes, I know what I'm doing now. So as I said now, if you want to mirror about yes, you must have an axis you are mirroring it about something like this. So they want to make this for construction. You can just the same thing now. So let's see there is a ah, okay, I want to mirror this. I can mirror this. I can mirror this over here. As you can see, I've mirrored this. This is not how. So and once we extrude it, once we extrude everything comes out the same way. To apply this, let's mirror this over here now. No, as I said now, there must be an axis for you to be able to mirror this Because of if you look at this now, there's no possible way for us to just mirror these two over this side unless there's an axis where features especially they are literally like it's not hard, but at the same time they're also confusing. So let's make our sketch visible. You know why it's not visible? Sure. Yes, it's visible now. So now let's where can we find mirror? Yeah, mirror is over here now. If this line was not here, I'm sure. So what are we mirroring? Features to mirror, boss extrude. Okay, mirror face plane. Let's go back to the beginning. This is boss extrude. Okay, this is 100 centimeter person. Just quick sketch here. Reference geometry. So let me just use this opportunity to just create a plane. So let me see. Here and here. The thing is already here. So yes. Um, applying or mirroring over a plane. Well, let me just show you guys something. So click on this boss extrude, click on linear pattern, click on mirror. Now I'm going to click on this plane now. Somebody's hand or coming. So plane 5, plane 1, yes, plane 1. Okay. So as you can see now, they mirrored over to the other side. Yes, mirror over to using using plane. So let me do this now. As you can see now, according to this now, we already have our top plane that is already in the middle of this circle. Like it already intersects the origin of this circle. So instead of just giving ourselves stress and creating another new plane, top plane over here as a reference point to mirror this over. So that is also another way to apply mirroring feature. Yeah, that's also another way to apply it. So let's just try it. Move to the next. So click on bust extrude, click on mirror. Let's say face. That if you can say you can see faces of plane. That means you can mirror over a plane only for features, but for sketches. Yeah, plane. You see. So it's just the same thing. Everything has mirrored over here. So what needs to be? If someone hands this up, I'm coming. Sorry, was someone hand up before? Stop trying to tell me that. Okay, you can just unmute the mic and talk.
Yeah, good evening. So I have two questions. The first one is, can you run me through how you did the creating a new plane? And the second question is, let's say I have a design, and in that design I have a sketch, and I want to create another
Yeah,
sketch,
okay.
but on
So
that same plane as
I'm not here.
the last
You.
sketch.
Calm down, calm down. Wait. What I heard last was, let's say I have a design. Okay, continue from there.
Okay, I have a design, and I've finished the particular sketch. I've extruded it. Let's say I've extruded cut. Now I want to create another sketch on that same plane as the initial design that I first did.
I'm not hearing you. I don't know if you can hear me, but I think your mic is kicking, but I'm not hearing.
Yeah. Can you hear me now?
I don't know if you can speak louder.
Hello?
Yes, I'm hearing you now.
Okay. I said that I have a sketch and
Okay,
I've
yes.
completed the design for that sketch. I've already applied the particular feature to it. Now, after I'm done with that sketch, I want to proceed to make another sketch in that same file, but on the same plane. Is there a way I can do it?
After you have done what? I not get that part. After you have done.
After I have, there's a sketch in a design. I've applied a
Yes.
feature, let's say extruded base. You know,
I don't know.
that design, that 2D design is on a particular plane before you apply the extruded base.
Mhm. Yes,
Now
yes.
I want I want to do another sketch on that same plane.
Mm-hmm.
Like, how do I do that?
It's
Because
not
you know, sometimes if you have been following your design, you might not necessarily be on top right front plane anymore. So like if you
okay.
are trying to
So
go
first,
back to that same plane.
let me get what you're saying now. Let me just create. Let me just create a plane as per your first question. Now, so now let's see now this what I call it, this model over here now. And let's say there was something that was 10 meters away from this surface. Yes. So, and you want to create a feature or a model 10 meters away from this surface now. And you don't want to go to the steps of don't worry, let me just start it. No, just create a plane. Yes, create a plane. So I create a plane now. So now you first identify why are you creating the plane now. So as I said now, I want to create a plane that is 10 or 50 meters away from this surface. So then just, I understand they gave you first reference here. So I'll click on this surface now. So, and this surface now, there's a plane 10 meter above it now. But let me make it, let's say 50. Yes, 50. So this is 50 now. If I want, I can flip it. Meaning, if this plane now, it is 10 meters away from this surface, but it is backward. But I want it the other way. So that is all. So let us press yes, correct. So do you get how I made the plane? Hmm?
Yeah, yes, I do. In fact, this even answers my second question.
Okay, that answers your question. Okay, no problem now. Well, let me just continue now. I think I heard you said something like if we have already modeled on this plane, if I'm correct. So let me just draw a circle. I do not get that second question here. Right? Let me just draw a circle now. So now, as I said now, there are many ways to applying different tools now. So let me just model on this circle. What next? Also, you have to also learn to use the dimension tool. Although sometimes if you don't use it, your model might not crash or might not give you error. But in the nearest future, you really want to be giving everything you do dimension. So let's just put 100 here. 100. Okay. Now we are still on this plane, no? We are still on this, yeah, on this plane. Okay, so we want to extrude this. Mhm. So so let's say I want it to go the other way. So at the same time now, um now detect or set where I want this to be. I might want it to go through all of this model. I might want this to extrude to the next, which is this surface here. I might want it to extrude to the surface, which if I click on this surface, it will extrude to this surface. And if I click, oh sorry, and if I click on this back surface, it will extrude to the back surface. And if this up to body now means the next body up that is next to it, and if I'm correct, the next body up to this should be this this over here. If I'm correct, that should be the next body. Let me see first. Okay, that gave error. Let's just leave that for now. So let's say something like up to surface. Yes, and I'll select the surface. So everything extrudes to the surface. If you have questions, you can ask your questions because I want us to touch. So Have you guys used this revolve feature over here? If you have questions, can just ask your questions. So now let's say we are done with this. Let me move on to this feature now. So now what else can we do with this now? Let me start over here. So let's say we want to model a cup the easier way. Yes, that would be the right way to use it. Want to model the cup, or yes, a cup is better, or a plate, anyone. So we'll start by setting our plane. Yeah, don't worry, I know what to do. Setting our plane, front plane. Okay, front plane. Let's do this over here. So now let's use line feature. So yeah, so now I think I should use this opportunity to show you guys this one now. So let's now let's say I want to make this thing have an enclosure like this, like this. But this is literally stressful. As you can see, it is stressful. So instead now there's a simpler, or let's say a better way to do it. So let me undo this. As you can see, like you will see offset entities here. So you specify the distance you want it to be away from this. You specify the distance you want it to be away from. So let me just put 30. 30 is okay. So that's good. So if you remember, we are doing a cup. So if we are doing a cup, the cup we have an opponent. Sorry. So let's join this place together. Okay, okay, okay. So now, um, for a for us to be able to use this revolve boss base, we, we it is also similar to similar to let me see. It is similar to I'll say I'll say circular sketch pattern. Yes, similar, but it is not. But you can see it as a tool that is for this. So now we have to create a what? Come on first. An axis, yes, an axis where it will revolve about. So now let me show you something now. So let me create an axis here. Okay, okay, that's good. And let me also create an axis over here for it to revolve about. So okay, sounds so is good. Yes, so calm down. Okay. So now we're going to make this for construction, right? You click on it, and a pop-up will appear, construction geometry. Or you still click on this, you can go to your left for construction. So it won't affect our model now. So let me show something. Let me show something now. I know I said something about this revolve now, and it revolves around the axis you set for it. So let me show you what I'm saying. So let me just click on this. Once I click on this, you see an axis of revolution. So let me just choose this now. So can you see what happened now? So this is just how do I put it? This is just another way to do things. Yes, that's the best way. That's why you have to like particularize everything that is here, so you will know which tool is best to use. Am I even recording this section? Let me check. Yes, I'm recording it. So that's why you know which tool is best to use. So now let's just press OK for now. Yeah. So now let's no yes let me undo this. So now let's also try to revolve this around this axis. So let me delete this axis, and let me select this. What happened? Let me see. So the sketch is open. So why is it open? Open, 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 open. Why is it open? Sketch is open. So everything, blah, 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 blah. Interesting. Okay. So let me just yes. Mm, it's happening over there. Yes. And something. Where's the latest? Yes. Oh shit. You honestly you have to also learn how to debug errors. If they said no solution found, you just undo it. Said what I want to do before that is to involve around those yes. Okay, something like this. Okay, make structure. Before now, there are easier ways to do things instead of trying to duplicate this line. So I don't know if you guys have tried this sketch fillet. It's also another way of making things easy. So let me just click on this point over here. To just turn to let me just give it to not too small. 30. 30. Yes. No, let me give it 40. Control A 40. Yeah, 40 is okay. 40 is okay. So now let's offset entities now. Let me click on this. Yeah, 30 is still okay. Yeah. So I don't know if I want to try something. So we are done with this. Okay. Um, mm, I don't know if this have happened to you before, whereby you be modeling and everything will disappear. Don't worry, one day you get to that get to that place. Anyway, so let's just delete this. I think there is an issue somewhere. But yes, our sketch is back now. So now let's click on this sketch over here. Okay. And let's click on revolve boss base. Okay. This line over here is which line? Delete this line. Let's try and select this line first. Why is it not clicking? Hmm. I've scattered everything. Oh, Control N. Okay. Click on the film. So with this work, let us see. So why does it work? Set is the setting. So I think I know why. It's because we did not close this. So let us run this. This should work by God's grace. No, I've not choose this line. With the device. Yes. Whew. I don't know if you guys actually saw what happened there. I'm coming. Let me do it again. It's it actually revolved around another axis. Let's just choose something. So now, as you can see now, I wanted this to revolve around this axis, but it shows this. That does not mean, but now see, you can just revolve around. Okay, this is not applicable. This is applicable. So, so everything just depends on your approach. How do you want it to be? Like I said, before you do anything, you first go back to your paper, know what you want to do first, instead of just entering the software and just without prioritizing. Okay, will this go like this? Because one thing about picking up gigs now is as long as you have done the work, as long as everything is working, they don't care how you did it. But you on your own part, if they don't care, you have to care because of time is going. And once you can't meet up to time or deadline, you actually held responsible for. So now let's say we have touched this. What next? Ooh, we've touched mirror, touched assembly. Okay, yeah. So let's move on to what I the assembly that I showed you guys last week. That what's the name again? Yes, I did some modifications to it. Yeah, so oh, not this one. Hmm. What did I add to this thing? Oh, okay, yeah, link assembly. Let me just use a full screen. So as you can see here now, this as you can see here now, this actually is for that is for this. Yes, but I've not updated it. That card that I showed. Let me divide my window. I don't know why it's stressing. Okay, sorry. I don't know. My data finished. My data finished. So I was asking whether you have on those models that I showed you, whether you want any clarification on any of them.
The model you showed me, I actually understood. It was up to the point where you did you did the circular pattern, and you showed me how to use scales, and you use the extruded reforms. I think I understand those ones so far. I think the one I've not been able to get was this spline. I don't know if it's spline that they call it.
I did not get you which parts like do you have problems? So I'll just go through it.
Oh no, I don't have problem with any of the parts we've
I
taken
not
so
hear what
far.
you were saying before. Which part do you have problem with?
I said I don't have problem with any of the parts you've taken so far.
Okay. So help me forward that PDF to this group. I want to redo what you guys did. So I don't know whether you guys
Okay, let
that's
me
us
forward it.
forward that PDF to the group again.
Okay, let me forward it now. I don't know, maybe my network is bad. It's loading again. Like it's sending.
Yeah, I've seen it. I'm downloading it. Okay. So now why is this thing doing like this now? Let me see. Okay. Let me do okay. How the post the sugar. So, that's of 20 now. So that's done for this one. Okay. So what next now? What next is 25. Nice. It's small dimension is from- So if you look now, we have two circles. That's good. Circles. Okay. And the two circles are no, that's good. Circles here. And the big. One is 25, one is 40. One is 50, one is 40. Two, 40. So that's all for now. Yes, that's all for now. Although they did the center line, but I don't see the use of doing the center line. Or anyhow, let's just convert this to construction. We do for this again. So now what's the trim entities? Yes. Trim entities, trim this out, trim this out. Check the picture again. Was this correlating? Yes, trim it. Okay. Okay. Let's see. The sketch is open. Then 22. So the boss extrude is 20. What's happening? You have to choose. So we want this the other way. You consider it's done. So I don't know how did you actually go about this?
Okay. Is it the one you just designed now?
Yes, yes, yes.
This is practically the same thing I did, uh, except I drew the top first, then I did the base after. I first started from my circle, then a larger circle, then a rectangle, and I now made the center and the midpoint of the rectangle, the center of the circle and the midpoint of the rectangle on the top side. Is it intersect? Yeah, intersect. I added
Yes.
that relation. So when after doing that, and I did dimensioning and I extruded. Sorry, I trimmed, then I extruded. And after that, I used my
Start.
scroll wheel to pan. Sorry?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think for a
then I
start, that's
use
not bad. That's why okay, are you talking? That's why
yeah, I go, okay.
Don't worry, don't worry, don't worry, don't worry. Don't worry. That's why I'm always out doing the whole 2D out. Like this now, yeah. Instead of just picking one out, picking another one out now. You can just do the 2D. So now let me show you an example now. Let me just create another one now. Let me use this one as an example now. Now, yeah. uh, Instead of just, I think when I was actually starting now, I would have done a normal rectangle now for this. Yeah, I'll now do another slot on it and apply cut extrude. All these things are just, let's say, they call that increasing the development time. So now let me try this out. Let me try to show what I'm trying to say now. Just go to sketch, okay, sketch. So what do we have here? Ah, what? Why? Anyways, that's not a bad thing. Let's draw a rectangle. A rectangle. Okay. Alright, just make sure your 2D is very, very accurate. Like for let me so this is 130. 130. Let me decrease 130. Okay, after 130. Although I'm not trying to like lay emphasis that my own can be like the most. I want to just show you guys that there are also other ways to do it. Because the more you practice with all this, the more you will see that okay, well, I would have done this way, I would have done that this way. It is shooting by 10, 130 will look shots. Let's see, from here to here, 130. Yeah, and there is a circle here. There are two circles, and they are at midpoint. Through that circle. Okay. Circle over here is one is radius of 20, that is diameter 40, and the other okay, so what is happening? The other is diameter 20. This is 40. There's some errors you can actually fix by yourself. If I'm correct. You click on this. Making this 40. Count to X is 40. Let's go back to so that's set and done. Yeah, so we have a slot. Does not mean so let us draw our slots. Something short. Okay. Okay. Now according to dimension here, our slot is 40. Okay, like I said, our slot is also our slot is diameter 10. Now the slot over here is in the midpoint over here. So you join the midpoints together. What else now? Is that all? Yes, that is all. So now we have to trim entities. So now what we don't need, this line over here is not needed. Yes. All this, we don't need it. All this, we don't need it. Yeah, we're going to try and achieve this. Yo, wrong line. Hmm. That's all. So let's shoot. Let's shoot it right there. Set and done. So now for future reasons, now let's just create this a center line for this for future reasons. So I'm creating out that center line because of this. I'll mirror this over this just to save time. Instead of me just that what I was trying to say there. Now back to discuss how to battery is about to die. Yeah, let me do this before I do the condition put on that stage. The dimension here is 40. Using two circles. So, so yes, so 30. Interesting. So what is the shape of this? That's three entities again. Some things are actually more easier if you do some things are actually more easier if you do the sketch at hand. So now let's see. Okay, what is here? Doing this. Now let's no, by 20. No, by 10. So now let's do. So now we are going to mirror this over to the other side. Mirror. Okay. Oh, pictures. You mirror over planes, not line. Yes. This axis that I created here was for a sketch. So I want to try something first. Let me create a plane. Whether the plane will create on that line. Okay, yes, you get it on the line, so you're still good to go. Although if you look well now, it it not work, it not work, it not work. Okay. Although let me show you something else. If you don't actually know the exact dimension, so now let's say we want it to be in between now. Then you click the second surface. So as you can see now, it has automatically gone to the it has gone to the middle or in between this. Although create the plane, you first check whether that plane that you want to create, whether it is already on the same plane as our front, top, or right. So as you can see here now, our front plane is on that place that's creating that plane. But but at the same time, it's not still bad. But at least you've known that before you create a plane, you first check whether your right, top, and front plane are already on that position. You feature with yes, this is the feature. So from mirroring over this, you can see that it worked. This one still works too. Let me press OK. So how did you go um model this?
Yeah, I also use the mirror function. I first started from the days the same way you did it with it, not the exact same way, but like still the same way of drawing the base and trimming and extruding, then drawing one side and
Yes, I
mirroring it to
understand.
the other.
There's no you can do the same thing, but at least I don't know if I
So what do you say? You don't know
I,
it?
I, I said it's not actually a must that like it has to be the same because of everybody has his own way of viewing things.
That's very true.
But if she was here now, I would have purposely done this one for her. I've done it for her because this is actually simple. Yeah, it's actually simple. But at the same time, there's no need. Hmm.
Mm.
I I did not actually pass number 20 on this PDF, but ah, but I think it's because of I actually joined people like how I put it. I was more like even like while I started, I started, even when I did not know or whether I know or I did not know, I was already teaching my friends already. So and it was because of I actually taught them, or because of I was anticipating to teach them. So I would have gone. I even did like more things that are complex than all this. So that's why sometimes I'll just come here because I think around last year for close to like 3 months, I not touch SolidWorks at all. Well, once you just get this PDF back, it will be a that since this one this one exactly now. So you now you might feel it's just full of blocks. But everything, but for me, I feel like anybody that actually does this PDF well, you'll be able to understand when to use some specific features and when not to use some. Okay, so let me just use this one and end the call. So let me just do something. I want to show you guys too. How is it not showing? Oh, I'm coming. But I want to show you guys something. Yes, so I'm going to show you something on this feature tab. So now let's move on to this. So We are. I don't think we have touched this ones. So but let us touch it now. Oh, what can I do with this? Hmm. Okay, yes, I know what to do with it. Let's quit this up. So sorry, sorry. That's 200. Okay. Yeah, is it? You see, uh, we create a plane, we create a plane that is, what is the dimension of create a plane? A plane that is control, let's say 15, 50 is 100. 100 is okay. Let's create another. Oh, no, now, it is this thing, it's not what I wanted. But what plane is this first? We are on the right plane. Pick a plane. Into 400. It's 200. So we click on that one, I guess. Mm-hmm. Oh, that information. Yeah, maybe 150 peppers. That's- So let's click on that plane again. To the plane on that on that plane again. Let's click on that plane again. So do you get what I just did here, sir? Not yet.
Yes, you created other planes, drew 2D circles on them, and I use those planes as the outer layer structure ish, and then apply the loft to, I think. Is that right?
So this actually yes, you're correct. This actually applies to a solid body now. Like, see, let me show you how to do. As you can see now, this is a solid body. But let's say we want to create like a cup, just for example, a cup. But mostly in things like aeroplanes, things like surface modeling, they mostly use lines, like they mostly use lines. So let's if you go down here, there should be something like where is it? Oh God, I don't like to look for things. And I saw it here before. What is the name again? Team feature. Yes, team feature. Somebody joined the call. No. Okay, I'm coming. Okay, I can't find it again. I will delete it. Delete it again. Yeah. So that I did. Okay, I click on this. Click on this. Click on, oh, sorry. So as you can see now, you have to do it accordingly. So now, team feature. So if you notice now, I skipped this. If you notice, I skipped this. I was just trying to show you just examples. So I saw your hand raised up. Do you have a question?
Yeah, now I have two. The first
Huh?
question is
Okay,
now I
okay,
have two questions.
okay.
First question is like specify the distance between two different planes.
I'm hearing you.
I said, can you specify the distance between two different planes? Now, so that for this question, so that so that from when this starting has to get so that part of the potential.
I'm not hearing you again. Oh. What's your question? Huh? What's your question? I'm not hearing you again.
Hello?
What's your question? What's your question?
That's what I'm saying. Is it possible to specify the distance between
Please, your voice is tiny. I can't hear it.
uh
Okay.
let me just type it in the chat
No,
box.
okay. I'm hearing you now. Yes, I'm hearing you now. That's good. I'm hearing you now. Let's continue.
Okay. I said, is it possible to specify the distance between each plane?
Yes, it's possible. That's what I did exactly now. Let me show you now. So look at this now. This first one that I created. Let me edit the feature now. You can see now. I typed 200 over here. So if I want, I can make
Okay.
it. I can make it 100. See,
Okay.
so you can specify the distance you want.
Okay.
So I think, do you have some questions again? Because this is the last thing that we're going to do.
Yeah. How is this structure hollow? The former one you
Okay,
did was a solid.
okay, that's what I was showing you before. That you can make it hollow. Okay, let me show you now. Just look at my screen. See it. This is once you click on this theme feature. I don't know why I clicked on it. I don't know. Let me put it to zero first. Let me see if it will work. Okay. Oh gosh. I think once you have set it, you can't unset it. Well, let me delete it and show you again. Let's do it again now. Click on lofted base. Okay. Click on this. Click on this. And click on this. Okay. So now, if you look here now, this thing feature can only happen at your first trial. If by chance this thing feature you do not click it, it it, it will become hollow. Like it will become a solid body like this. But our goal now, let's say your goal now is you don't want it to be a solid body. You want it to be a hollow object. Let us click on this, click on this, click on this, and click on this theme feature by the left here. So you can set your theme feature now to, let me see, what is this? This is thickness, and this is same thing. Oh, sorry, one direction. So I put one here. Let's see whether, let me change it to 4. Okay, yeah, 4 worked. So now let me change this 4 to 10. Now I want to check something. Let me change it to 10. Let's say 10, control A, 10. Okay, can you see now? So the theme feature is just like how thick it is, the thickness of yeah. I don't know if you get the distance, the depth, distance from here to here. If you measure it now, it's 10. So let's measure it now. Let's try to see whether we are still on track. Evaluate, measure. Let's just click on the surface and so click on this surface and click on this surface. Okay, this is showing us volume. It's showing us volume. Okay. Although I don't know if you get what I
Yeah,
say. Okay,
I get what you're saying. Thank you.
that's all for today. Save this to the. I think today is the third class. Yeah, third class. So next class we're doing this motion analysis. Although I won't be going deeper inside it. Although yeah, well, I'll just show you guys how it is. So in case you guys encounter it in the nearest future. That's all for today. Hey, what's happening? So good night. That's all.
All right. Good night.
You
Thank you
can leave
very
the
much.
call. I leave
What?
one. I say you can leave the call. Just any problem you guys go into or bump into, just tag me on the group.
All right. Any problem I face, I'll tag you on the group chat.
Okay.